So, so new video. That's kind of weird considering it's like still the same recording. Alright, so cabin 21. And I actually have to look at my notes because for some reason my brain does not want to tell me which order it is, even though looking at the glowstone I pretty much know which one it is. Okay. 21. Helios. Why could I not think of the name? Yeah, so Helios is the titan of the sun. And this was done for a friend of mine. Again, I say I'm not an interior designer, so this is pretty much what we're all getting. Of course, the skylight, because, they want to look at the sky and look at the sun. And I'm really sorry that I am really sick. And then a constellation on the wall here. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name. Constellation there. If you know which one it is, I'll be really impressed with you because that's a crappy job. Cabin 20, Hecate. I think that's how you say her name. No idea. So cabin, and then go down here, and you got an enchanting book or spell book, however you want to call it. Cabin 19 is Tesh. I think it's Tesh. She's a goddess of fortune. I'm going to tell you right now that my pronunciation to some of the names will not be good. I can't pronounce half them. And right now I have a cold, I say again. So, yay. So, yeah, pretty much. What I got there. And then this cabin 18 belongs to Hebe, goddess of youth. Again, just a simple inside. I don't know much about some of these gods besides what the god of and stuff like that. 17 is Nick or Nike or whatever it is. I'm gonna say Nike because that's the name of the company and it's spelled the same way. So, Nike cabin. Nike is goddess of victory. Wow, got a lot of goddesses here. I just realized that. Here we have Dionysus, cabin 12. That's pretty much all it is. Aphrodite cabin. Piper describes it in The Lost Heroes. She describes it as having a blue ceiling, silver walls, and a checkerboard deck. Black and white checkerboard deck. So, that's what I got. And I also figure the Aphrodite cabin would have their own bathroom. So, toilets, and showers. And what's a bathroom without a sink? I'm really sorry about recording this while I'm sick, too. Yeah, the cabin's video will be one in itself. I can tell you that one. Cabin 8, Artemis. She has a pressure plate door because I think, she wouldn't want people going in, especially the Hermes kids, to go in and, kind of destroy everything. So, it would be censored that, only hunters of Artemis would be able to go in. So, And they're all girls and they probably have no trouble sleeping together like that. So, cabin 6, Athena. I pretty much figured this is what the Athena cabin would look like, honestly. Okay, I'm really sorry about that. I have a tickle in my throat and I need to get rid of it. Alright. I put the mic on mute, so hopefully it did work and you did not just hear me coughing out my lungs. Alright, cabin 4 is Demeter. And if it does happen to catch on the camera, I'm probably just gonna mute it all anyway, so you're not actually gonna hear me coughing. I'll explain water dripping from the ceiling in a minute. So this is the cabin, and then, they have all their books and everything. And plants and everything. Demeter is the goddess of the harvest. So I put a garden on top. I figured why not. Next is Hera's. Honestly, besides a crappy statue to hers, there's nothing inside. Same goes for Zeus, except there's a bed in the back. I'll show you that. Bed. But yeah, other than that, there's nothing really special about it. Cabin 3 is Poseidon. Bunk beds, fountain, desk. I would actually, considering this is also my cabin, I kind of find it true. The desk in the Poseidon's cabin is probably almost never used. Cabin 5, Ares. I figured they'd hang up all their weapons and stuff on the walls, and then their beds are all scattered. Like, they would not have bunk beds at all. They wouldn't trust each other enough, probably. Cabin 7, Apollo. Yeah, so bunk beds, again, weapons on the wall, and, jute boxes. If you wonder what I'm using here for the speakers, it's actually just black wool. I got the idea from someone else, I'm not too sure. I actually think it was my mom who was playing, so that's kind of funny. Okay, cabin 9, and I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Hephaestus. Of course, up there you can... Okay. You can see the pipes coming out. I got this idea from someone else, I can't exactly remember who. But so here's the main room with, all their weapons and junk. And then down here is all their cabins. If you're wondering why for some of them I had the steps, it's because I couldn't put in ladders. So I put the stairs in and you can still access the you can still access the beds, so here's the Hermes cabin. That's actually kind of interesting. I'm just watching the fire right now. Yeah, you can kind of tell I'm not gonna go into too much detail about the main 12 we already all know and love. So, Hermes cabin. I figured there'd still be a lot of beds, only because of how many children that would probably still be unclaimed by some gods, or, Hermes just has a lot of children in there. Okay, so, 13, again, I won't explain who it is, because, we all know who Hades is. But yeah, this is the Hades cabin. Being as Nico is the only child to be here. I didn't really feel they put a lot in it. And also being scared that Nico would, send them somewhere if they did anything. So, sorry. Okay, so cabin 14 is Iris, goddess of the rainbow, pretty much. She's also the goddess that they talk to when they want to message someone. Iris messaging, IMs, stuff like that. So, yeah. We only know of one person so far in this cabin. That was Butch. Again, I say we met him in The Lost Hero. So. And here we have Hypnos, god of sleep. Beds everywhere. Now, the flowers are supposed to be poppies, and pretty much everyone has seen The Wizard of Oz. If you haven't, I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, why have you at least watched that movie once? Pretty much, if you remember it in there, the witch uses poppies to make everyone fall asleep. So, I don't know if poppies actually do that, but that's what I did. Okay, and this is cabin 16. And this is Nemesis, or Nemesis. I think Nemesis is the English way, and Nemesis was the Greek way, so Nemesis would be the actual way to pronounce the name, but whatever. Goddess of revenge and stuff like that. So, yeah. Honestly, I think if there were any children here, I think this would be the only cabin the Hermes kids would not prank. Ethan, from the original series, I believe they said this would have been his cabin if he had survived. Now we're on to 22. 22 and 21 are again for my friend. For her characters, Dylan and Sapphire. So I showed you Helios. Now here's Celine. Again, Dylan has the bed to himself, pushed away from all his sisters. I'm sorry, Dylan. It's just that's how I picture him, honestly. And then, the stars in the back here. Change room, because Dylan probably would have set it up. I just picture him being such the gentleman that he set up a change room for his sisters, so that he's not disturbing them. And last but not least, 23 for Nyx. We have had a few characters who end up being children of Nyx on the form, and of course I roleplayed as her, so I felt obliged to make the cabins for her. Being that, I'm probably going to end it here. I do have more to show you, but you can probably hear my voice is dying. I'm again sick, so I